designed to encourage, empower, and educate real estate professionals by sharing best practices from business leaders that are proven winners. I'm your host, Kyle Malnati, and this is Calibrate Real Estate. Broadcasting from the Mile High City. Thank you for tuning in to the Calibrate Real Estate Podcast, hosted by Kyle Malnati. We really do appreciate your download. Thank you so much for listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And if you want to check out and see what the podcast looks like, you can also see us on YouTube. We would love a 5-star review. Please make sure to give us a 5-star review on Apple iTunes. That helps this podcast grow. Kayla Davis, our podcast producer, and myself really do appreciate any reviews, comments, etc. All right, we're going to talk about mission statements. And I will tell you, friends, that this has been a daunting task for me. Over the past 2 years of being a business owner, I have spent time and money actually going through the process of creating a mission statement. This is going to be an episode a little bit different where I actually get interviewed, or there's a Q&A where my business coach, Chris Oakley, who's been on a couple of our podcasts, Chris actually talks to me about the concept of let's refine the mission statement. Chris helped me start a mission statement back in 2017 through a program called Entree Leadership. Chris has since left the Entree Leadership team, which is a part of the Dave Ramsey program, or Ramsey Solutions, based out of Nashville, Tennessee, to start his own company. And Chris's company is called Chris Oakley Coaching. Chris has got a really interesting story. He can pinpoint the exact moment where his journey began as a business coach. He was completing a reading assignment for the first ever mentorship group he was a part of, and a quote jumped off the page to him. The quote is by Andy Stanley, and it says, "Direction, not intention, determines our destination." Direction, not intention, determines our destination. That's from Andy Stanley, The Principle of the Path, how to get from where you are to where you want to be. And that's where it dawned on Chris. If you know the destination you desire, then you can filter every decision through this principle and go further along your path, arrive faster, and avoid a lot of pain along the way. Chris's next assignment in the group was to actually write his own personal mission statement. With this new epiphany in mind, the words practically wrote themselves. Here's just Chris's mission statement: to help Christian business owners win in the marketplace and help them leverage their influence and resources for kingdom impact. So that's Chris's mission statement to this day. It's why he was put on this earth. And that's what his coaching program is designed to do. It's number one, is his goal is to help you win, not just on your profit and loss statement, but in your life. Number two, his desire is to help you, guide you further on your path towards the destination you were made for. And item number three, his legacy is the impact you make on this world. Well, Chris and I talk about making the Calibrate Real Estate mission statement a real thing. So some context behind this: we've had several different versions of the mission statement at Calibrate Real Estate, and it's always kind of been in draft mode. So I'm going to go through a couple of versions back in September of 2017. So at first it started as, we exist to help our clients achieve their dreams, grow wealth, retire with dignity, and pass a legacy on to the next generation. ... Real estate investing is the vehicle. That was about 28 words. I cut it down a little bit that same day to, we exist to guide our clients to achieve their dreams, grow wealth, retire with dignity, and create a legacy through real estate investing. That was closer to 22 words. Then I kind of let it sit on the shelf for about a year and got back to it in September of 2018. Version number 3 was, we exist to help, in all caps, real estate investors retire, grow wealth, and pass that wealth on to the next generation, ... their legacy. Well, that was 21 words. The next draft number 4, was leading the real estate industry towards retirement, wealth, and legacy so the next generation can have a better life than we do. So that's where I parked in September of 2018. And we got to maybe a final draft after all these rough drafts. So the 5th and final draft was leading the real estate industry towards retirement, wealth, and legacy so the next generation thrives. We got it from like 28 words all the way to 15 words. I still wasn't convinced that this was the right thing to do. So after September of 2018, I just kind of let this marinate. I let the thought process go for a few months. And then I called my buddy Chris and said, Chris, you were the original one that helped me kind of get through this process through a program called EntreLeadership. They have several coaching programs, a boot camp, an immersion, an EntreLeadership Master Series. All were spearheaded by this book called EntreLeadership, appropriately titled there by Dave Ramsey. Now, just to give you some context here, I've met Dave. Chris worked for Dave Ramsey. Chris actually worked in the Dave Ramsey organization on Dave's book launch for the EntreLeadership book, and then parlayed that into the coaching program, ergo why he's a coach now today, no longer with EntreLeadership. Let's talk just a little bit about how Dave sets up in the book EntreLeadership, creating a mission statement. So this is page 30. I'm going to read just a brief excerpt. I think Dave would be okay with me sharing this and, of course, citing his work. Dave says, and I quote, "So how do you build your personal and company mission statement? First, this is not a one-time meeting, 2-hour event. You should commit some time to the process. Second, as your company changes and the marketplace moves, it is okay to deliberately but carefully make the decision to rewrite and change your mission statement. Dan Miller says your mission statement should reflect your calling and should include, number 1, you or your company's skills and abilities." This is the what. If you have been in manufacturing for 20 years, you likely should not have a mission statement that talks a lot about software development or marketing. That is not your thing. What is the thing you do, want to do, and can do? That's item number 1. Again, that is you or your company's skills and abilities. Item number 2 is you or your company's personality traits. This is the how. How do you and your team execute things? That is your personality. Are you very task-oriented and project-oriented? Or are you very compassionate and people-oriented? Maybe you are detail-oriented. I'm not sure I want an engineering firm to design an interstate overpass if they are more about compassion and people than details. Details matter, they're more. Number 3, you or your company's values, dreams, and passions. This is the why. That is why you are doing what you do. For a company mission statement, this is where you breathe real life into the lungs of the organization. The goals matter when this is articulated well. So Dave, again, in EntreLeadership, his book there, just identifies a couple of things there. So Chris Oakley personally worked with Dave for a number of years and was one of kind of the original crew there before that company has just really, really grown in size. He was there when the company was under 100 people for sure. Chris has become a good buddy of mine. I spend time with him regularly in Nashville. He's also been here to Denver to visit with Calibrate Real Estate. You're going to hear Chris coaching me on how to refine our mission statement. And it's really cool because you are going to hear this organically develop and boom, there's our mission statement. I don't want to spoil the mission statement, but if you've listened to the podcast, you know what our mission statement is. We're actually going to articulate it. And here we go. This is previously recorded content, but special bonus. If you've never seen Kayla Davis, I know you've seen me on YouTube. You've also seen my picture on any of the social media that we do. You will actually see a surprise guest appearance from Kayla Davis. Towards the end of the interview, you'll hear me pull my headphones off, and then it's Kayla and I talking to Chris, so stay tuned for that. The audio for us is a little bit tough because we're standing farther away from the computer, but nonetheless, you're going to hear a great recording of Chris Oakley and I hashing through. I mean, this is tactical, actual working through it. You're going to hear me thinking. So there's going to be a little bit of pauses. There's going to be a little bit of awkward silence, but that's okay. I want to show you that I'm a business owner also. I go through this stuff. It's not always easy. I get help. I get coaching. I get feedback. I get people that help me get outside my own mind. I get people that help me get out of the trenches and think about our business from above, that cliche of 50,000 foot view instead of a 5-foot view. So here we go. Chris Oakley and I hashing out personal mission statement for Calibrate Real Estate. Enjoy, everybody. And as I love to say, we will see you around the neighborhood. See you soon. Let's do it, Oakley. Come on, man. Let's figure this out. So that's probably where I am, is I want this mission statement to be much larger than real estate brokerage. but I want it to be relatable and portable for the real estate brokers that are here. So that's kind of where we're stuck. Like, I gave it to Greg because I felt like he was one of my chief stakeholders on let's get some agreement here on it. And he's like, look, I just don't see anything in here that has anything to do with residential real estate, which you do and we do. It definitely does apply to our apartment clients. And it feels like it's missing something. So I was hoping maybe we could talk it out, figure out kind of what to do here so that I've been working on this literally since boot camp 2017, and we're now into 2019. So that's kind of where I am, is that I want to just like get it done.
Yep.
Yeah. Feel good about it too. Like, I know we do work that matters.
Yeah, totally. All right. Let me read through yours real fast. I got them pulled up right here.
And they go in chronological order from newest to oldest.
Yeah. From starting at the bottom and working up. I want to kind of follow your train of thought.
Yeah, sure.
Here's where I want to start.
Okay.
The key, I think, I was just actually talking about this in the coaching program the other day, like the hardest part when these are actually mean something, in my opinion, they have to be a direct correlation with your personal mission statement, which needs to be a direct correlation of what do you want to be known for when you die? Legacy. Do
you want my personal mission statement? Because I have it.
Yes.
So because I don't have it memorized, let me pull it up here on my computer. So we're getting deep here, man. You got to promise to not make fun of me.
No, I'll give you mine.
All right. So I wrote this on January 11th, 2017. So almost 2 years ago to the date. So I wrote, Kyle Malnati, child of God, was born on earth to encourage, empower, and educate everyone to live their best lives. Kyle's mission is a focus on faith, hope, and love through the perspective of family, financial responsibility, personal development, and wellness.
Fantastic. So that aligns really well with where we're going on this. So I feel a lot better already. The key pieces here that align with it is you're trying to create generational wealth, right?
Yes, exactly.
Your skill set of real estate.
That's right. Yep. And I want to be able to create generational wealth for my brokers who work here too. So we've got our real estate clients. We've got Calibrate Cal, that's going to come and work, going to have someone going to have a need to sell a building. And that guy, Cal, is going to be able to hire us. And we're going to be not some sleazy, schwarmy, Dorcas, commercial real estate guy like you met when you were out here, and you met that other guy and you're like, you guys have everything on that guy, and you just don't have necessarily the resources he does. So people want to hire us because of that, but then also the brokers that align the best with me when I do recruiting gigs are always communicating like, I want a mentor. I want someone who can help me grow my brand, my business, et cetera, like you have. And so I feel like they both intersect. Because I have two businesses. I've got my individual production, and I've got the broker's individual production, and then I've got my ability to help them grow their business.
I like it. All right. So do you got these drafts in front of you?
I do. Yeah, I've got them on a piece of paper so I can write.
Great. Read your final draft to me.
Leading the real estate industry towards retirement, wealth, and legacy so the next generation thrives.
Okay, what's off about
it? We cut it. I'd have to grab my cell phone. I liked there was like 4 words we cut. And one of the words we cut was, I don't remember, but so what I think is missing is we don't do a lot of work with corporations, big real estate businesses, REITs, things of that sort. And so I feel like the word family needs to be in there somewhere. That's personally, I feel that way. My other brokers may not feel that way. So, and then if it's the real estate industry, does that include brokers? I think it does. It's like what we're trying to do is Courtney struggles sometimes with like, okay, how is your podcast connected to your brokerage business? Can you monetize your podcast? Like, your brokerage business, you've got your other brokers working there too. And so like, what is Calibrate's mission? And I mean, I honestly look at it, and it's because I've seen some of what Dave has done, but I feel like you've got the ability to have several departments or components of the company, and they should all be able to work with each other. So what is it missing? Retirement definitely needs to be in there. I think that's every single person we work with, that's what they want to talk about. Once you've figured retirement out, then it's grow wealth and then leave a legacy. And the reason why you're leaving a legacy is so the next generation thrives and has a better experience than you do. So I think all that's right. What I think is goofy is the first five words, leading the real estate industry. I'm like, not sure if that's the right way to go.
Talk to me about the family piece. Why do you feel like that needs to be in there?
Because the clients I enjoy working with the most are very connected with their family. You know, like it becomes a family affair for me. So that may be just my personal experiences kind of getting in the middle of it. So I realize that.
Well, I think it's cool. Like, I think it's part of, why did you drop the we exist to help and go to leading the real estate industry?
Yes, because Alex was like, help seems like, I forget the way he put it, but he's like, I'm not sure help's the right word. And so I liked the word help, and we went to like the leadership part of it. So I'd be totally good with putting the we exist to help real estate investors retire, grow wealth. But the problem with real estate investors, if we use that, it doesn't include the brokers that work within Calibrate. And it also probably doesn't include any coaching consulting I might do with real estate professionals outside of our business. So I want to try to have it be, and maybe that's my issue, is that I'm trying to think 15 years ahead.
Well, I think that's good.
Okay.
So for me, I'm probably oversimplifying. So Tell me what's wrong with this. We exist to help people grow, create generational wealth through real estate.
I love it.
I can tie it to every single thing you've said. The generational piece is the family piece for me that I do think is important to be in there somewhere. I don't know if that captures it enough, but like all the way down to its core, that real estate's your vehicle through a lot of different ways. Maybe you're training brokers, educating, leadership, whatever. You're still, the whole point of that is you're helping folks then be more successful at creating generational wealth for their clients, right? Like,
so let me read what you said to me to make sure I got it the right way, right? We exist to help people create generational wealth through real estate. So it's 11 words, which is the shortest we've ever gotten it to also, which is what I like. And it's direct, it's to the point, and I think it's totally right.
Well, and it's if that generational word, for me, that generational word captures legacy, family, those pieces in it, right?
People get it.
You're playing the long game, right? Like, but I also think it's simple.
Mm-hmm. That's and it's portable, which is the thing I love about it the most. Like, I can think each person should be able to say, we exist to help people create generational wealth through real estate. It's awesome. So we're not going to help you with your stock portfolio. We're not going to, that's going to be a piece of what you probably talk to us about, but I love it. I think it's awesome. It's perfect.
Does anything with real estate need to be more specific?
No, because real estate for me is, I'm going to be communicating with brokers that are going to work in my company. So that person, I got this new guy, Jim, that's starting tomorrow. I got this other guy, Sam, that has been our analyst and is moving into brokerage. Both of those guys want to create generational wealth through real estate for their family. So that's portable for them.
For the record, I will also accept, for me personally, general wealth. If you help me with general wealth, yes, I will accept that as well.
And I love it. Oh, Oakley, you make me laugh. So I'm going to go back to cool Kyle instead of studious Kyle.
Both are cool. All right, so let me throw one more thing by you. If the we exist thing is weird,
no, I love it.
Can it just be we help people create generational wealth through real estate?
And that's like the Don Miller caveman thing, like we help real estate investors. You could make it, So we could just say we help people create, but I think when you say you exist, it's like
a little more mission driven. That's what I think too. But as long as the semantics mean that to you, that's what
feels more missional. It feels more like our heartbeat, the oxygen that we breathe is because we're here to help people create generational wealth.
This organization literally exists to do this thing.
So I think it helps my new guys that I've hired. I think it helps my veteran brokers. I think it helps my clients that own apartment buildings. I think it helps people on the podcast, because if I give them a tip or a tool that they understand that's going to help them create generational wealth, like, it's perfect. And Buffini's, by the way, is impact and improve the lives of others. That's period. That's what theirs is. And they've taken the whole real estate part of it out, even though they work with a lot of real estate folks.
And that's what Dave did, right? Like, it was originally their mission statement was help people in the financially distressed to the financially whatever. And then they started getting into these other areas. They just help all people in all walks of life, right? And so I like yours better. Like, I like you are focused on real estate. You're going to stay in that piece. That's the legacy you want to be known for, right? Like, you want to be known for being the real estate guy that built wealth for millions of families.
Yes, exactly right. That's exactly right. Oakley, we did it, man.
You like it?
I do like it. All right, so now we're going to battle test it. Kayla Davis is going to come in.
Great.
All right, so let me take you off of speaker or off of my headset. Can you hear me all right?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, so here's what
Hi, Kayla.
Hey, Chris.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good to see you.
Chris might be coming out here in February if we can get it all figured out. All right, so here's our mission statement. You want to hear it? I want to hear your honest reactions, because Chris created it. No, I'm just kidding.
There's so much pressure now.
We exist to help people create generational wealth through real estate. And it's 11 words.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to make sure of is the acid test was, does that apply to the podcast? Does it apply to hiring Jim Casey? Does it apply to Greg working for Mike Chimura? I mean, like, I feel like yes, it all goes down. Does it apply to you?
Yeah.
Like, as you're thinking, sitting here and you're thinking of buying your own investment property to live in. And so,
Yes.
Feels good?
I'm on board.
I think we did it.
I love it. I like the simplicity. So my next challenge, Kyle, have you read Clockwork yet?
No. Who did Clockwork?
Mike Michalowitz, Profit First guy.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
I'm going to send you my session. He came on our coaching session. I'll send you the recording after this. I got the book right here, but it's getting your business to run like clockwork. It's like the next stage of basically profit first. People start having more money than they know what to do with. Now they don't have any time, right? And so it's get your business to run like clockwork. And there's kind of all the steps just like profit first. It's super tactical and practical, and I love it. But one of the things it does that I've been working with a lot of companies that I really like is, and we've had conversations, difference between mission. Like, it starts with, you have to share your brand promise, right? And so FedEx's brand promise, this is their distinguishing piece, right? Is the statement they are going to hang their hat on is, we deliver your packages on time, right? Like, that's their promise, their brand promise. For you, I think it's going to be something around this generational piece kind of in there. So you have this brand promise. And so then from there, it takes you down this whole thing. Once you have that, you have to then identify what's your, he calls it QBR, your queen bee role, which is like in a beehive, every bee or whatever exists for one purpose, and that's to serve and protect the queen bee role. And the queen bee role, the most crucial thing that the whole organization does, is the queen bee laying eggs. When the queen bee dies, they get the next queen bee, right? Like that is their entire, that's like the organization's most important activity. For FedEx, when their brand promise is we will deliver your package on time, their most important role, activity, piece of the business is logistics, right? Now they do all this other stuff. They have their copy stores, they have all this stuff, right? But if the logistics disappears, right, like their brand promise fades, right? They won't exist anymore. And so it's like actually really challenging kind of walking through all this stuff to get to your kind of what your most important role is. And then it kind of takes you next step is how does everyone in the organization protect and serve that queen bee role within their roles? And it kind of just flows all the way down. And then you kind of put the systems in place to protect the QBR. And so I think what you just created is a mission statement that I think will lead to your brand promise, which then will help you identify your queen bee role.
Love it.
There's all your homework. I'll send you the session. Just watch Clockwork session with Michalowitz. But I think what you just did will make a lot of this a lot easier.
Okay. Man, that's sweet. So the guy who wrote Profit First wrote a follow-up book called Clockwork. Is that what I'm hearing?
Correct.
Awesome. I haven't read Profit First yet. In the pile. So.
Did you read Pumpkin Plan? That was him too.
No.
Dude, you're gonna love this guy.
He's a smart guy. I mean, I heard him when he was on the Entre Leadership podcast. So that's when I first became aware of him.
So his mission statement is to end entrepreneurial poverty, right? And so then his most important, the QBR, is writing books, creating content for entrepreneurs, right? And so everything in the organization now supports that piece. And so you'll love the interview. You both will. It's great.
Man, talk about a 3-word mission statement. End entrepreneurial poverty.
Pretty good, huh?
We got it to 11 though, so I think we're good.
You're on it.
Yeah. Well, so Chris, this has been awesome, and it always is. I really appreciate it. I think we accomplished exactly what I was expecting.
Good.
Awesome.
Send me dates.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I think we're good. Thank you, Kayla.
Thanks, Kayla.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kayla. So I'm going to give this to you.
Man, this has been great. Thank you for making this happen last minute.
Awesome. Thanks, brother.
Cool.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, man. See you later, Chris.
Later,
Thanks.
bud.
Bye.